The Indiana Fever are gearing up for an exhilarating season, and the return of a fan favorite is bringing a wave of excitement as we approach the May 9th season opener against the Dallas Wings. With the Fever entrenched in training camp and focused on a redemption campaign after a turbulent 2025 season, all eyes are on how they'll regroup and rise. But the big question looms. Can they bounce back from last year's setbacks? Last season was nothing short of a nightmare for Indiana, with star guard Caitlin Clark managing to play only 13 games due to a series of injuries that stifled her potential. A quad strain, a right groin injury, and a left ankle bone bruise kept her sidelined for most of the year. To make matters worse, Sophie Cunningham also faced a season-ending MCL tear, leaving the Fever in a difficult position. Yet, just when hope seemed dim, a beacon of light has emerged. On Monday, the Fever announced that Damiris Dantas is officially back in the fold after some uncertainty regarding her U.S. visa situation kept her away from training camp, which kicked off on April 19th. With only 11 days left until the highly anticipated season opener, the news couldn't come at a better time. Dantas, the seasoned 33-year-old center forward, adds a wealth of experience and depth to a roster that desperately needs it. The Fever made the announcement official via their Instagram, delighting fans with a photo of Dantas back on the practice floor, declaring, "Damiris Dantas back in the 317." This is a moment worth celebrating. Dantas is not just any player. She brings a decade of WNBA experience, previously donning the jerseys of the Minnesota Lynx and Atlanta Dream. While last season saw her average a modest 4.6 points and 2.4 rebounds in just under 12 minutes per game, her presence on the court is invaluable, especially considering she missed the entire playoff run due to a concussion. What does her return mean for the Fever? Coach Stephanie White now has a critical piece back in action, one that adds size, versatility, and a championship mentality to the frontcourt. With championship aspirations firmly in their sights, the Fever need all the firepower they can muster. Dantas' experience could be the glue that holds this team together as they aim to overcome last season's adversity. As the feverish anticipation builds for the season opener, fans are left wondering how the Fever will mesh together with key players returning and new dynamics in play. Where are you watching from, fellow Fever supporters? What are your thoughts on Dantas' return? Let us know in the comments. Transitioning into the next piece of news, it's clear that the Fever are not only focusing on the present, but are also looking toward the future, and rumors are swirling around potential trades and new signings that could reshape the roster further. Let's dive into what could be next for Indiana as they prepare to make a statement in the upcoming season. As we dive into the latest buzz surrounding the Indiana Fever, the spotlight shines brightly on the dynamic duo of Raven Johnson and Aliyah Boston. What's on the horizon for this promising partnership? Let's unpack the implications of Johnson's preseason debut and Boston's reassuring words. Raven Johnson's preseason performance has certainly turned heads. The former SEC Defensive Player of the Year didn't just step onto the court. She made an entrance that echoed through the arena. Boston's endorsement of Johnson, following her impressive showing against the New York Liberty, speaks volumes. Raven shows up every single day, and she's ready to work, ready to win, Boston noted, encapsulating the core ethos that Fever fans desperately want to see translated into the regular season. It's not just about talent. It's about the mindset, and Johnson appears to embody that competitive spirit. Johnson's two-way prowess is what makes her such a valuable addition. Boston was quick to highlight her ability to defend effectively across the board and to push the pace, qualities that are crucial for a team that aims to maximize scoring opportunities. With Caitlin Clark, also known for her fast-paced style, having Johnson in the mix becomes a strategic advantage. The synergy is palpable, and it positions Indiana to capitalize on quick transitions, which is becoming a hallmark of their game plan. Looking at the numbers, Johnson's debut against the Liberty on April 25th was nothing short of exceptional. Scoring 6 points on a flawless shooting performance of 3 of 3, complemented by 8 assists, 2 blocks, and no turnovers, speaks to her readiness to impact games immediately. A convincing 109-91 victory isn't just a win, it's a statement. This type of performance aligns perfectly with what the Fever are trying to build, a fast-paced, high-scoring offense that can keep opponents on their toes. The connection between Johnson and Boston runs deep. Their shared experience at South Carolina, culminating in a championship in 2022, has forged a bond that could be invaluable for the Fever moving forward. Boston's influence on Johnson cannot be understated. She has been a mentor, instilling the professional habits that are essential for success at the next level. Johnson's acknowledgement of Boston's role in her development adds another layer of depth to this relationship. She taught me so much through my college experience, Johnson reflected, emphasizing the importance of leadership and mentorship. With both players now united in their pursuit of a championship with the Fever, the excitement is building. They are not just teammates, they are allies, ready to take on the challenges of a bigger league together. For fans watching from afar, there's a palpable sense of hope and anticipation. The Fever are positioning themselves for a significant turnaround, and the chemistry between Johnson and Boston could be a critical factor in that journey. As we navigate through this season, the question remains, can this duo, along with the rest of the Fever roster, capitalize on their potential and bring Indiana back into contention? The time for answers is fast approaching, and the Fever faithful are eager to witness how this narrative unfolds. Stay tuned as we delve into the next story, which promises to add even more intrigue to this evolving saga. What a roller coaster of an off-season it has been for Sophie Cunningham and the Indiana Fever. After a whirlwind of speculation regarding her future, the 6'1" guard has made a definitive choice, signing a one-year contract worth $665,000 to stay in Indianapolis. Fans, where are you watching from? We want to hear your thoughts on this decision. Cunningham, who initially expressed intentions to test free agency, has ultimately decided that her heart lies with the Fever. It's a reassuring move for the organization, as she averaged 8.6 points, 3.5 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.0 steals, and 1.7 triples over 25.2 minutes per game last season. However, it's impossible to ignore the bitter reality that her season was cut short after only 30 games due to a knee injury that required surgery in August. Thankfully, she has since made a full recovery, and now she's poised to return stronger than ever. In a recent interview, Cunningham revealed something that should excite Fever fans. She was actually hoping for a longer-term deal. The 29-year-old has expressed her desire to be part of this franchise's future, a sentiment that resonates deeply with supporters who want to see stability within the team. It's clear that Cunningham has found her place in Indiana, and that connection is invaluable as the Fever look to build around their core. Interestingly, in a promotional video released by the team, Cunningham's candidness about her time in the locker room provided a humorous insight into her personality. When asked if she had ever taken anything from the Fever's locker room, she didn't hold back. "I've taken a lot from the locker room," she confessed, listing food, beverages, and even some personal care items like shampoo and body wash. The lighthearted nature of her admission reflects a player who is not only comfortable in her environment, but also embraces the camaraderie of her teammates. However, let's not overlook the serious side of her contributions. Cunningham is expected to take on a leadership role in what is a relatively young Fever squad this season. Her experience and presence will be crucial for guiding the younger players and fostering a competitive spirit within the team. This duality, her playful side and her commitment to leadership, makes her a unique asset for the Fever. As we look forward, it's clear that Cunningham's journey with the Indiana Fever is just beginning. Her decision to re-sign, along with her aspirations for a longer commitment, signals a bright future for both her and the franchise. The Fever have an opportunity to build around players like Cunningham, who are not only talented, but also deeply invested in the team's success. As we wrap up this segment, it's vital to stay engaged with the ongoing developments surrounding the Fever. The offseason is rife with potential trades and new signings, and each decision will impact the trajectory of the team. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates and share your thoughts on Cunningham's return in the comments below. Your voice matters as we ride into what promises to be an exciting season for the Indiana Fever.